Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be taking selfies and turning them into line art using a website called Rapid Resizer. Now, this does involve quite a lot of steps, so I'm going to walk you through this process and upload this video onto YouTube if you need to come back to it for reference. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to be, obviously, the fun part, which is taking a selfie. So what you're going to be doing is opening up the camera in your Chromebook. I'll go under all apps if you don't see it on the first couple of rows. And then you're going to be taking a picture. Now, the big thing that I would encourage for you guys is to take a fun picture. If you're doing very serious portraits where you're not really making any faces or anything like that, it's going to be a little bit boring whenever you use it as reference for your self-portrait. So don't be afraid to make crazy faces if you want to. But interesting faces make for interesting portraits. Take lots and lots of pictures and ask your friends for advice if they can figure out which one looks like it would be the most fun to paint. Let's see. So you can take them in regular color or you can take them in grayscale, which I have on right now. I would not recommend using any of the other filters. Just regular colors or grayscale for right now. So what you'll do, take your portrait, and then you will click over here, choose from your gallery the one that you like the best, and then you're going to go down here to where you see your save to disk. It's the square with a triangle in the middle, and you're going to save it to your student drive. And you can rename it. I would recommend naming it after yourself because you're going to be opening this up in my folder later. So you'll hit save and then you will close this out. Now, the next thing I want you to do is to share this with me because whenever you print this on Rapid Resizer, you're going to have to do it from my printer. So you will go to your drive, either the icon down at the bottom, or you can open it up through your waffle up here at the top, that series of squares that links you to your Google Apps for Education. It will probably be under recent unless you put it into a specific folder for safekeeping, like if you found your art classroom folder and put it in there. If you have trouble finding your picture, just give me a holler and I will help you find it. So then you see this right here? You see the picture that you want to share with me. You're going to double click. That means that you tap the picture with 2 fingers. And then you're going to hit share. And type in my name, Andrea Dismukes. And click on that. And then send it off my way. Once you have done this, then I will be able to pull it up from my computer and you shall print it from my printer. So once you have done this, you shall ask and you shall go up to my computer and we will pull up a website called Rapid Resizer. And we're going to go to the, this is Free Stencil Maker. Then you're going to choose a file. And since you're logged on under my account, it's probably going to be up under Shared with Me. Once you find the picture that you would like to use, you're going to click on it, hit Open. And you will probably have to play with the filters just a little bit to get this the way that you want it. You have edges, you have threshold, which is not going to work for most of us. It just turns it into a stark black and white photo, or adaptive. I'm going to stick with adaptive for right now because it's a little bit less, it's a bit less grainy than edges. But you can see that a lot of my lines have disappeared, so I'm going to hit darker over here and slide it back and forth on this scale until I see an image that I can work with. Now, of course, if you go very dark, it's going to be very grainy. But that's okay. If you see a little bit of graininess, as long as you can see those dark, clear edges that you can use as reference for your line work. You won't have to worry about all the graininess. Then you are going to hit print, filling one page, and it will print off on my computer. Yeah, that's no good. So once you have printed off your image, you will do as you did with the Nicolas Cage drawing, where you will draw a grid on top of your selfie, and then you will be transferring it into your notebook as a practice drawing. So you can do it one-to-one. You don't have to try to blow it up or anything like that. Although if you want to experiment with cropping and things like that and resizing, you can. If your image is very choppy and grainy, I can go over the important lines with the Sharpie for you so that you know what to keep and what to get rid of. But for today and tomorrow, you're going to be completing your selfies and your practice drawings in your notebook. When you come back next week, we are going to be transferring these either to a canvas paper or a larger paper, and you are going to choose your medium, whether it be acrylic paints, watercolor paints, or pastels, and you are going to do your portrait in nice bright colors using this grid drawing technique that we have practiced. So hopefully everybody will get some pictures and some practices that they really are proud of so that next week we can get to work on the difficult part. See you guys later.